Hey guys, it's your Pontiff ArchieLuxury, and I just want to tell you a story. I was in my favorite Vietnamese restaurant on Sunday, and I just want to tell you this story. I was in this restaurant, I ordered the food, this is my Vietnamese, and I saw this absolutely gorgeous Asian lady. She looked amazing. Her hair was made up. Oh, absolute 10. She had this really sexy dress and these erotic slippers on. Anyhow, she was sort of looking at me, and her boyfriend or husband, he was quite well dressed, slim Asian guy, muscular but slim, expensive shoes, I noticed. He said, "Archie," and I was a fan. And he was wearing a rose gold Patek Philippe 5905. And I got to tell you this story. His girlfriend was absolutely stunning. And I got to tell you, I was wearing my Tudor. I was wearing my Tudor. And for that brief moment in time, I felt outdeuced. I didn't think the Tudor was prestigious enough. He had a beautiful rose gold 5905. That's an annual calendar chronograph with the sculptured sides. And I mean, if I would have been wearing my 5127, I would have been, "Hey man, you're in the Paddock Club." If I had been wearing my Explorer 2, it'd be okay. But the fact is, I was wearing my Tudor, and it suddenly felt very, very cheap to me. It kind of felt real cumbersome. It was bulky. It was, I don't know. I think I was, look, it wasn't a pissing competition. He was a very nice guy. "Hey, Archie, how are you?" We shook hands. But his watch was absolutely amazing. And the only thing more amazing than that beautiful Patek on his wrist was the gorgeous lady next to him. She was stunning, absolutely stunning. And, you know, it's kind of funny. If I had been wearing my Explorer 2, I would have felt okay. I would have been, wow, 5905, wow. If I had been wearing my Patek, I mean, his Patek is a lot. You know, it's a higher grade Patek than my Calatrava Auto with date, but I'd still feel part of the club. And that's the kind of sad thing, is that I was wearing the Tudor and I felt outdeuced. Not that it's a competition, but I just, for that moment in time, it felt incredibly cheap. I mean, if I had the Millie on, if I had my blue dial Millie, I would have said, "Wow, what an amazing Patek." I had the Millie. I looked at the Tudor, the big, girthy width, the height. I just thought it just felt cheap. If I would have had the sub design icon, wouldn't have been a problem. But I was wearing the Tudor, and at that very moment, I kind of felt, this is garbage. This is, I don't know what to say. Maybe it's psychological, but I just felt, that it was, I felt it wasn't worthy. I don't know about what wasn't worthy. It just didn't feel in the same class. And I've never felt that. I always love my tuners. I really love my tuners. I love the Tudors. But it just felt cheap. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It wasn't a competition. He was a cool guy, really cool fan. Absolutely gorgeous lady with him. But I just knew in my own heart of hearts, it was cheap. I don't know what to say. I mean, I love my Tudor. I love it. I love it to death. I've never really felt it was cheap. And it had the greeny tinge to the faux patina. It was kind of cheesy. And I never really felt that way before. And it's funny. I kind of, that was just the time I felt it was a bit cheap. And yeah, it's funny that it's really, it is kind of funny, but yeah, it is kind of how it is there. It is very, very much how it is. And I got to tell you something, really, you got to accept that. The Tudors themselves there, they're not in the same league as Patek or JLC or Rolex. They're an amazing watch, but, you know, it's kind of, yeah, it knows its place. I never really felt that before. I always loved my Tudor, but I'm just curious, have you ever felt like that it's, hey, it's not in the same league? And I mean, if I had been wearing the Explorer, it's a Rolex. It's, you know, it's kind of cool because it's a Rolex. Rolex is the benchmark. But the Tudor just felt a little bit on the cheap side. And he was a lovely guy, really nice guy, really good fan, great guy, really cool, really cool. But that's kind of how it is. So yeah, that was the time that I kind of felt the Tudor felt cheap, and it's kind of sad. But in the same token, the Tudor's a quality watch. It's a good watch. I love it. So I was just interested. Have you ever felt cheap with one of your watches on your wrist? Let me know. Put some comments below and let me know. See you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.